Hello, hello. Welcome to Lev Remembers. Let's give it a few seconds, let some people join. All right, I see we have people joining now. Okay, there we go. I guess we're live. Well, I want to welcome everybody to Lev Remembers here on YouTube. I'm new to the platform, so bear with me, guys. Hey, Jay, how are you? Uh, from usually been on Substack. I've been and posting a lot of stuff here, but a lot of the information that we need to get out, and I decided to come over here on YouTube and make this my family also, and expand my reach, expand my voice. So the first thing I'm going to ask in each and every one of you to do is to please make sure you guys come on here, subscribe. Make sure you spread the word because I'm going to be coming on here doing a lot of things, not only from Love Remembers, but also Voice from Ukraine. We're going to be bringing updates, reports from Ukraine that the media doesn't talk about, that you don't see. Also, having to do with Donald Trump, his current administration. Just like I do it on Substack, I'm going to put together some special programs here for YouTube to try to reach a much bigger, much audience. So please, again, subscribe. Make sure for those of you that can become paid subscribers. There's different levels of subscribers. I'm going to be doing different things from private, lives to chats to all kinds of different things I'm still putting it together. So for now, your support is the most important thing that matters because two things. The reason why we're here is the most important thing is to spread the message, to make sure that we spread the message far and wide and make sure that as many people as we possibly can hear it. The next thing is obviously your support matters more than anything because I don't have corporate sponsors, I don't have billionaires. So, I have you guys. And with that said, for those of you that can, please, become paid subscribers, hit those different buttons that they have. And my mic is low. Let me try to make it louder. You know what? Let me see if. Hold on. Let's see if I put on headphones, maybe this will be louder. Hello? Do you hear me now? Is this better? Let me know if is this better. Can somebody give me some thumbs up, or is this better than it was before, or way better? Okay, perfect. All right. All right. So let's jump into a few things. Well, first of all, there's lots of breaking news happening that's going on. First of all, you see John Bolton today. He has been indicted. He was in court. The one thing I could tell you is this is just the beginning. Bolton is not the first, obviously, and he's definitely not the last. I'm hearing that there's going to be more indictments coming. My sources are telling me that names like some of the names you heard of already, Adam Schiff. Others that you might have not heard of and that are new to the game are Christopher Wray, who is the ex FBI director that actually Trump hired and used to work under Trump back in 2020. But also now I'm hearing Andrew Weissman. Andrew Weissman, simply because, like I said, Donald Trump is trying to do change history. Any dictator does that. When you walk in, the first thing you do is you try to change history. You try to somehow be able to go out there and make it seem that it wasn't you that was part of the insurrection. It was the Democrats. That's why he's going after Jack Smith. That's why he's going after Christopher Wray because he's trying to change history. And Andrew Weissman is a big one because we were when I was part of MAGA. MAGA. He was always considered part of that hardcore, what's it called, deep state. Some of your question, Weissman did an interview with Jack Smith. That's why. No, it's more than because Weissman did an interview. Weissman, don't forget, was on the Mueller report. Weissman also was involved with going after Trump. Also, remember when I was part, a lot of you might not know. That's why I recommend you pick up the book Shadow Diplomacy. Weissman was also involved in the whole oligarch Dmitry Firtash and trying to have Dmitry Firtash turn on Trump and also Vladimir Putin. So there's a lot more to that, which we'll get into. But besides the Bolton and besides the indictments that are coming that we're watching play out, some of the also was it has always been changing the narrative of these people. They're changing the narrative, changing history. It's part of this is all a part of Project 2025. I want you to understand. Everything that is happening is part of Project 2025. And This is now what we're seeing, what you're not hearing about. And that's one of the things I always talk about that's even more dangerous than what we do hear about, that we do see about, is what we don't hear about. And what you're not hearing about right now is we're in the middle of a government shutdown. And during this governmental shutdown, right now, you have the architect of Project 2025 out there cutting jobs, destroying programs and jobs that, like Donald Trump said, are never coming back. And while this is going on, he is currently right now, again, for those of you that follow me know I gave Donald Trump a nickname, like mobsters have that nickname for, I call him 2 Week Donnie. And here he has resurfaced today again, right before making some decisions where the promises that he's been telling Ukraine and the Ukrainian people that he was going to send them, that he was going to give them tomahawks. Well, today he invited Zelensky to the office, to the Oval. But what he did yesterday, and I broke this news early in the morning, and that's one of the reasons why, before we go forward, folks, why it's important that you spread the message. It's important that you subscribe. It's important that you guys become different level of paid subscribers, because the news that I break, the sources that I have, the things that we're doing is things that you're going to hear here are not like on any news source or news media. I'm not a reporter. I'm not a journalist. That I'm not the Midas Touch, which are great. My son Aaron Parnas, you might know some of these names. These are reporters. I am a whistleblower. I am somebody that was part of Donald Trump's world. I was somebody part of not all of his enablers, which I know very well. And I also was sent by Donald Trump to Eastern Europe to put pressure on Vladimir Zelensky to deal with Vladimir Putin's oligarchs. Don't forget, I also was the liaison and on the phone with Congressman Pete Sessions and Rudy Giuliani with Nicolas Maduro on behalf of Donald Trump. So I know all of these players that we're dealing with right now. I have sources all over the world and close inside of Donald Trump's world. If you take a look, if you join, and a lot of you that have not subscribed to my Substack, I also recommend that you do that, because part of what I'm doing on YouTube and Substack is I'm trying to make sure Donald Trump is trying to shut our voices down. I'm trying to make sure that we spread our voices and spread the truth. So if you subscribe on either or, please subscribe on both places, because all of these are made up of algorithms. The more views, the more watches, the more people see it, the more people subscribe, the more paid subscribers are to the different levels, the more algorithm allows it to go out and spread. And that's the purpose of this, what we're doing here. So for those of you that have followed me on Substack or on Twitter or are new to the program, I just need you to understand that there's a lot more behind it, that that you're watching play out. And behind it, it's people like Russell Vaught, people like Stephen Miller, like Susie Wiles, that are running the strings. And when it comes to Ukraine, when it comes to what's happening there, I've been talking about it for years, for months, since the war first broke out. For those of you that watch Voice from Ukraine with me and Alexander, I talk about it all the time. This is all scripted. This is not, it's hard to watch, and I hope you don't listen to the mainstream media or even some of the pundits that have no idea what they're talking about when they're out there screaming and yelling and talking about how, Trump is he going to give them tomahawks? Isn't he going to give them tomahawks? Is Trump, shifting sides? He's against Putin. I always tell you, don't listen to what they say, watch what they do. And what are they doing, folks? While he's telling you all of this, right now, there's a full force uh, push going on to legitimize trade between Russia and the United States. First of all, not Trump told you to quiet out loud by telling you in his 2.5 hour conversation yesterday, they spent a long time talking about trade. You also have one of Trump's major allies in Congress, Congresswoman Anna Paula that is working with Vladimir Putin's right hand man, Kirill Dmitriev. You also have her currently pushing KGB. That's right, folks. KGB, not our security sources, but KGB information that having to do with the JFK files. So this is where we're at. We're also at a place where right now the ambassador to India happens to be Sergei Gore, the same Sergei Gore that I've been reporting on, that is literally Putin's puppet that it was working in the White House. Trump just made him the ambassador to India. With all of this going on, you have to understand this is all a coordinated play. This was not something that happened overnight, that all of a sudden Trump decided to call Vladimir Putin yesterday and now set up these meetings. You've been listening and you've been hearing the name Viktor Orban for a while. Donald Trump, even just recently, while he was over there in the Middle East, talking about how Viktor Orban is so great, how he's going to support Viktor Orban, and all of these great things. So you have to understand what's happening right now is all coordinated. And folks, I ask of you, I'm new to YouTube. I don't know all the terminology, but I know whatever way you guys could support, from hitting those stickers or going into the chats or becoming paid subscribers. It means a lot because, like I said, don't have billionaires, don't have any corporate sponsors. I'm trying to this, yes, that is shadow diplomacy. You could pick that up at levremembers.com. You could also support by going to levremembers.com and pick up a lot of not only the book, which gives you an outline of everything that's going on right now and tells you the truth that Donald Trump wants to hide. But also, we have a lot of very cool merchandise, from Lev Remembers to Voice from Ukraine, to No Kings, of hats, T-shirts. Each T-shirt, each hat, it's another way of supporting our platform, but also, a portion of that goes to help people in Ukraine, because one of the things that's dear to me and one of the things that we do is we do fundraisers for Ukraine. Portion of all the funds that we collect go to Ukraine, because the people in Ukraine are going to need it more than ever right now. One of the things that you could see in the description, we have a GoFundMe set up for Alexander. For those of you that might know him or that do know him, he's my cousin. He lives in Ukraine. He's also my partner on Voice from Ukraine. He risks his life every day by going out and helping people there, while his family, himself, he's getting bombarded. So we have a GoFundMe set up. If you can, please go contribute whatever you can, because as you can see right now, Donald Trump is completely walked away from Ukraine. Another 2 weeks, this is another 2 weeks of terror, another 2 weeks of attacking, another 2 weeks of children getting killed, people getting killed, families getting destroyed and displaced, while there's going to be no accountability. And Donald Trump sits there and laughs about it. So the only way we could do it is by letting our voices be heard, by letting the people in Ukraine know that it's not just about the aid, also, it's about knowing that they're not forgotten, that people care, that we're still there. And Donald Trump is a wimp. He is Taco. And for those of you that don't know, I recommend you go buy the book and you understand my relationship with him, and also understand why this channel, Love Remembers, is going to be so important. The one thing that you need to know, I mean, is I've been speaking to truth to power since the day of my arrest. I've testified in Congress under oath in the Joe Biden false accusations and his impeachment. I've given testimony in Donald Trump's first impeachment over out of 300 articles of impeachment, 100 of those articles are mine. I know Pam Bondi, I know Cash Patel, I know all of his enablers extremely well. And that's why it's extremely important to help me pass this message on, the stuff that I break, the stuff that I'll tell you, the sources that I have. And that's why it's important to build this platform here on YouTube. And that's why from now on, there's going to be different programs, different things that I set up. So again, from the bottom of my heart, asking you to subscribe, to share far and wide, like, comment, do what is supposed to be done on YouTube. You know what I'm saying to you? Because I'm new to this, but I will be here every day as much as I can, bringing you not the breaking news, but the breaking news from inside out, the news that the media won't report or are too scared to report, the news that Donald Trump doesn't want you to hear, or Pete's head sake, the news that a lot of people are trying to put away, hide the history that they're going to change. And especially when it comes to Russia and Ukraine, when it comes to the Epstein files, we are the voice for the children that are stolen. We are the voice for the Epstein survivors. We are the voice for the people that can't talk. And we are definitely the voice for truth to power and talking truth to power. So join me, stand with me, and again, for those of you that are with me, God bless you. God bless America. Slava Ukraini, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.